Welcome to Game Paws Gaming Company. Thank you for pulling up and tapping in. I am Gimpaw. Sit down and get comfortable. Grab yourself a seat. And while you're getting comfortable, can you do Gimpaw a favor? Can you hit that like button and subscribe so you could stay in the loop for this content, please? Anyway, now that that's all out of the way, let's get started. For this first event, you have to own and drive the 2014 HSV Gen F GTS. You have to complete a road race, and my stupid self in this rear-wheel drive vehicle picked a completely wet race, which wasn't ideal, but it is neither here nor there. Bless you, baby. And you have to get 6 stars from speed zones and maintain 170 miles per hour for 10 seconds. This is how I did it. The next event we're going to do is the Rivals events. The first one is this 2021 Lexus LC500, and the other one is the Rimac Navara. The important thing to remember for these rival events is you only have to do it once. Do it in the first week, you don't have to do it again. Each event gives you, I believe, 4 points, so that's 1 point per week for the events that you did in the first week. You don't have to repeat them, just do them. And when you're doing them, you don't have to win it, you just have to complete the race without crashing. That's it, and you get the points. If you want to keep going until you can beat the rival, go for it, but somebody's going to come along and beat your time eventually. So for me, it's not really worth the time trying to put up a good time on the rivals. I just try to get the solid, clean lap or race and move on to the next thing. The next event we're going to showcase is the treasure hunt. So you grab yourself a 1965 Shelby Cobra SC, head to the top of the mountain to that drift zone, drift all the way down. It doesn't matter how many points you get, I don't think. So according to the words, I think you do a drift to the left, a drift to the right, and then just complete the challenge. I mean, if you want to drift all the way down and get as many points as possible, go for it. If you're not very good at drifting, I say just catch a few points on each side of the car and then drive down carefully and finish the drift zone. And the treasure map will be, the treasure will be revealed to you. And pro tip, it's right in the middle of the arena, the stadium, right in the middle of the stadium. Next is the photo challenge. So you have to take a picture of a modern muscle car near the tank pool neon graffiti item in Mulage, whatever it's called, but that smaller town to the south of the pink Horizon hub. Then we're going to do our 2 Event Labs races. And I got to say that these Event Labs races this week were actually pretty good. I enjoyed them thoroughly, especially the first one. My goodness, it's beautiful. A visual spectacle, well done by the creator of the first one. It's called Parametric. Get out there, do it. Both of them together, 6 points, very easy. Lower your difficulty if necessary, but they're pretty easy. Like the first 20 points this week were pretty easy to get. In between the 2 Events Labs races, I did the Speed Zone Challenge. I used the Aston Martin Valkyrie race car, but it's really unnecessary to use such an OP car. The car class is anything goes, S2, but it's really unnecessary to use a legendary car. 175 is not a very high number to complete in this drift zone. Just keep going for it, turn on your rewind if necessary, and just keep going for it. You'll get it. And this is the final Event Labs for this week. It's called Miami Vice Riverside Drive. I use the Ferrari F50. Again, I don't think any tune codes are necessary for this episode, because for every event you can lower the difficulty and do it to your level of difficulty, your driving style, or the cars that you have available to you. So for this last Event Labs race, it was actually also pretty good. I enjoyed myself thoroughly doing this one, and get out there, go get yourself 20 points, earn yourself the car for this week, and happy driving. Thanks for pulling up and tapping in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.